What's going on, everybody? Sports Player 2.0 Daniel here. And guys, today I'm going to go through the last divisions that we haven't gone through, the West Division. So here we go. We're starting off with the Kansas City Chiefs. And so far they're 10-1 on my recent predictions on them. So let's see how they will do. So week 1 they have the Cleveland Browns, so I have them winning that game. Then they have the Baltimore Ravens on the road, but I still think they will win. Then on week 3 they have the LA Chargers, and I think they will win that game. I think so. I think they will win against the LA Chargers. Then I have them winning against the Philadelphia Eagles. Then I have them winning against the Buffalo Bills. Then I have them dropping a game to the Washington football team. Then I have them winning against the Tennessee Titans. I have them beating my New York Giants. I have them beating the Green Bay Packers. Then I have them losing to the Las Vegas Raiders. I do have them losing in Las Vegas. So there you go. They beat them last year, they can do it again. Then I have them winning against the Dallas Cowboys. Then I have them beating the Denver Broncos. Then I do not have the Raiders sweeping them, so I'll give them that win. Then I have them winning against the Chargers. I have them sweeping the Chargers. Then I have them winning against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I have them beating the Cincinnati Bengals, and then I have them losing this final week to the Denver Broncos. So their final record will be 14-3. Good season for the Kansas City Chiefs here. 14-3 is not bad at all. It's not even it's not even close to bad. It's great. 3 losses, great season for the Kansas City Chiefs. And now we'll move on to the Los Angeles Chargers here. There's the second team on the list here. So far they're 7-6, so not too shabby for the Los Angeles Chargers. Let's start. I have them dropping the first game to the Washington football team, but then getting back on track against Dallas and beating the Dallas Cowboys. Then I have them losing to the Kansas City Chiefs. I have them beating the Las Vegas Raiders. I have them losing to the Cleveland Browns. I have them losing to the Baltimore Ravens. Then they have the bye week, but then off the bye week they beat the New England Patriots. Then they beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Then they beat the Minnesota Vikings. Then they beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. Then they beat the Denver Broncos. Then they beat the Cincinnati Bengals. Then they beat the New York Giants. But then they lose to the Kansas City Chiefs. They lose to the Houston Texans. Then they win against the Denver Broncos, so I have them sweeping the Broncos. Then I have them losing to the Las Vegas Raiders. So their final record will be 10-7. Good season for the Los Angeles Chargers. Maybe they make the playoffs. I don't know, but LA Chargers fans get hype because this is going to be a good season. I like Justin Herbert there in Los Angeles, and yeah. Los Angeles Chargers 10-7. So now let's move on to my second favorite team, the Las Vegas Raiders. So far they're 7-8. Okay, so week 1 I have us winning against the Baltimore Ravens. Then week 2 I have us dropping a game to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Then week 3 we face the Miami Dolphins and win. Then week 4 we drop one to the Chargers. Then week 5 we beat the Chicago Bears. Then is that week 6? Week 6 we beat the Denver Broncos in Mile High. Then on week 7 we face the Philadelphia Eagles and win. Then we face the New York Giants and lose. Then we face the Kansas City Chiefs and win. I have us winning that game. Week 11 we face the Cincinnati Bengals and we win. Then week 12, we lose to the Dallas Cowboys. Then week 13, we lose to the Washington football team. Then week 14, we lose to the Kansas City Chiefs. We lose to the Cleveland Browns. So right now we're on a, let's see, we're on a 1, 2, 3, 4 game losing streak. But then the losing streak ends because we beat the Denver Broncos. Then we lose to the Indianapolis Colts, and then we win against the Los Angeles Chargers. So 9-8 is what I have the Raiders going. Raiders, it's gonna be a tough season. I don't think we're making the playoffs at 9-8, but good try. Next up, we have the Denver Broncos, which is the last team in this division. So far, they're 4-13, and that's it. We finished. That's it. We don't have to go through any games because the Denver Broncos is complete. So we have the Denver Broncos dropping the first game to the New York Giants. Then I have them dropping the second game to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Then I have them winning their first game against the New York Jets. Then I have them losing to the Baltimore Ravens. Then I have them losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Then I have them losing to the Las Vegas Raiders. Then I have them losing to the Cleveland Browns. Then I have them losing to the Washington football team. Then I have them losing to the Dallas Cowboys, but then they win against the Philadelphia Eagles. Then they lose to the Los Angeles Chargers. Then they lose to the Kansas City Chiefs. Then they win against the Detroit Lions, but then they lose to the Cincinnati Bengals. Then they lose to the Las Vegas Raiders. Then they lose to the Los Angeles Chargers. And finally, Week 18, the Kansas City Chiefs have that division locked up, and they're going to rest their starters, and they finally get a win against the Kansas City Chiefs. So 4-13 is what I have the Denver Broncos going. So bad season for the Denver Broncos. Sorry, Broncos fans, but this is a tough schedule right here. So let's move on to the other side, the NFC West. Let's see. This is going to be a hell of a division. Seattle, Arizona, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. All of these teams are really good. All of these teams have a shot to win the division this year. It's going to be really tough. Let me find their schedule real quick. Yep, here we go. So, week 1, the Seattle Seahawks, well, so far they're 10-1 right here. Week 1, the Seattle Seahawks face the Indianapolis Colts. Like y'all know, Carson Wentz is injured, and I have them winning that game against the Indianapolis Colts. Then they go home to Seattle and beat the Tennessee Titans. Then they go on the road in Minnesota. Tough matchup. I have them winning that game. I have them winning that game against the Minnesota Vikings. Then week 4, they face the 49ers, and I think they win. I think so. I think they will beat the 49ers. Then they face the LA Rams and win. I have them winning because it's in Seattle this game. Then I have them winning against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Then I have them winning against the New Orleans Saints. Then I have them winning against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Then they have the bye week. And then they come off the bye week and lose to the Green Bay Packers. These teams don't like each other, the Green Bay Packers and Seattle Seahawks. But the Green Bay Packers will come up on top. Then they beat the Arizona Cardinals. I think so. Then they beat the Washington football team. Then they beat the San Francisco 49ers, so they're going to sweep the 49ers. Then they beat the Houston Texans. Then they lose the LA Rams, so they don't sweep the LA Rams. Then they will win against the Chicago Bears. Then they will win against the Detroit Lions. And then they will win against the Arizona Cardinals. So their final record will be 15-2. I think so, 15-2. Their only losses will be to the LA Rams and the Green Bay Packers. So 15-2 is what I have the Seattle Seahawks going. Now let's move on to the LA Rams. So far they're 10-3. Week 1, they have the Chicago Bears, and I have them winning that game. I have them beating the Chicago Bears. Then Week 2, they face the Indianapolis Colts on the road, but I think they win it. I think they do win it, but then they knock into Tom Brady, and Tom Brady will win that game. Then on Week 4, they face the Arizona Cardinals and win. I have them winning this game. Then they lose to the Seattle Seahawks. Then they win against the New York Giants. Then they win against the Detroit Lions. Then they win to the Houston Texans. Then they win to the Tennessee Titans. Then they win against the San Francisco 49ers. Then they have the bye week. Then they have the Green Bay Packers. I have them dropping that game. Then they win against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Then they lose to the Arizona Cardinals. I have them splitting with the Arizona Cardinals. Right? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Then I have them winning against the Seattle Seahawks. Then I have them winning against the Minnesota Vikings. Then I have them winning against the Baltimore Ravens. And Week 18, they face the San Francisco 49ers and win. So their final record will be 13-4. Yep, I think so. 13-4 for the LA Rams. Now let's move on to the Arizona Cardinals. So far they're 10-5. We only have to go through 2 games for the Arizona Cardinals. So week 1, they have a tough matchup against the Tennessee Titans. I have them dropping that game. Then I have them winning against the Minnesota Vikings. Then I have them winning against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Then I have them losing to the LA Rams. Then I have them winning against the San Francisco 49ers. Then I have them losing to the Cleveland Browns. Then I have them winning against the Houston Texans. Then I have them winning against the Green Bay Packers. And then I have them losing to the San Francisco 49ers. I do have them losing that game. Then I have them winning against the Carolina Panthers. Then I have them losing to the Seattle Seahawks. Then they have the bye week. It's a very late bye week, week 12. Then I have them winning off the bye week, beating the Bears. Then I have them winning against the LA Rams. Then I have them winning against the Detroit Lions. Then I have them winning against the Indianapolis Colts. Then I have them winning against the Dallas Cowboys. And then I have them losing to the Seattle Seahawks. So their final record will be 11-6. Good season. This is going to be a tough division. This is going to be one of the best divisions in the league. Look at this. 15-2, 13-4, and 11-6. And the San Francisco 49ers will finish 5-12. I don't think they're going to be good. I don't think so. I think the rookie quarterback in Trey Lance will struggle in his first year. And yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo. So week 1, I have them lose. Well, maybe. No. I have them losing to the Detroit Lions. Then I have them losing to the Philadelphia Eagles. Then I have them losing to the Green Bay Packers. Then I have them losing to the Seattle Seahawks. Then I have them losing to the Arizona Cardinals. But then week 7, they win against the Indianapolis Colts. Then they lose to the Chicago Bears. Then they win against the Arizona Cardinals. Then they lose to the LA Rams. Then they win against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Then they lose to the Minnesota Vikings. Then they lose to the Seattle Seahawks. Then they win against the Cincinnati Bengals. But then they lose to the Atlanta Falcons. Then they lose to the Tennessee Titans. Then they win against the Houston Texans. And they lose to the LA Rams. So their final record will be 5-12. So once again, folks, the North Division will finish as follows. The Cleveland Browns will come in first at 14-3. The Baltimore Ravens will come in second at 10-7. The Pittsburgh Steelers will come in third at 6-11, and the Cincinnati Bengals will finish in fourth place at 5-12. Now on the other side of the North, we have the Green Bay Packers in first place at 11-6. Then we have the Minnesota Vikings tying them at 11-6. Then the Chicago Bears in third at 2-15, and the Detroit Lions at 2-15. Then we have the South divisions. as follows: the Tennessee Titans in first place at 13-4. Then I have the Indianapolis Colts at 7-10. Then I have the Jacksonville Jaguars at 5-12. Then I have the Houston Texans at 2-15. So yeah, that's the AFC South. Now the NFC South, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 16-1. They're only going to lose one game to the Atlanta Falcons. Then I have the Atlanta Falcons in second at 9-8. Then I have the New Orleans Saints at 8-9, and the Carolina Panthers at 4-13. Now let's move on to the East divisions. We have the Buffalo Bills at 14-3. We have the New England Patriots at 10-7. We have the Miami Dolphins at 6-11, and the New York Jets at 3-14. Now in the NFC, we have the New York Giants at 12-5. We have the Washington Football Team at 12-5. Then we have the Dallas Cowboys at 7-10, and the Philadelphia Eagles at 2-15. And then finally, in the West divisions, we have the Kansas City Chiefs in first place at 14-3. Then we have the LA Chargers in second place at 10-7. Then we have the Las Vegas Raiders in third place at 9-8. And the Denver Broncos at 4-13. And now on the NFC side of things, we have the Seattle Seahawks in first place at 15-2. Then we have the LA Rams at 13-4. Then we have the Arizona Cardinals at 11-6. And the San Francisco 49ers at 5-12. So there you guys have it, my full predictions, but these predictions could change. Don't be fooled by these predictions. I'm going to do this week by week. So be on the lookout for week 1 picks on Tuesdays. Tuesdays will be when my videos come out for the weekly pick'ems. So there you guys have it. These are my season predictions. These are subject to change. And yeah, that'll do it for this video. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please hit me the like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.